If you're looking for a little flower power around the city of Adel, you need to look no further than Bailey's Buds and Blooms, where a recent college graduate has turned her passion into a thriving business.
I started working at one of the largest ones in Georgia, in North Georgia, called Whimsy Flower, up under Jennifer Logan, the owner. And I really just found my passion, so I moved back down south, and I decided to invest in my business. So I started building my greenhouse, built my flower barn, and then I started cultivating my land here behind me. And ever since then, this is my third growing season, and it's just where my passion is.
In those 3 years, Bailey has learned a number of valuable lessons, such as time management, planting techniques, and of course, dealing with the unexpected.
No season is ever the same. This season has been by far the weirdest because we've actually had a spring here in South Georgia, which is usually unheard of. And so, my flowers are a little bit later than usual. I planted some early in the greenhouse this season, and the cold got them. That's just kind of the things you have to adapt and change.
Owning and operating a flower farm is anything but easy, as months of preparation and hard work in the fields go into creating each and every one of these bouquets.
I start everything in the greenhouse from seed about the beginning of March. I try not to plant too early, just kind of depend on that Easter rule that a lot of farmers go by. And then after they become seedling plugs, I transplant out into the field. I typically transplant into mushroom compost, and then, before I go into planting, I cultivate my land, till it, take soil test, add in fertilizer and lime when needed.
And a couple of months later, the flowers are ready to come out of the field. But to make sure you get the most out of all that time and effort, the proper timing and technique is essential.
When you're cutting a flower, you have to make sure you're not cutting blooms. You have to make sure that, you're cutting at the appropriate length, all those types of things. And, you don't want to cut them too late, and you don't want to cut them too early. If I want to, with sunflowers, you have to make sure that if you're going to want it for several days, that you have to, cut it when it's kind of still closed up and then let it open out. Azenia, the same thing. My bouquets typically last 10 to 14 days on a counter.
Those in the area will get a chance to check out this operation firsthand on June 17th, as it will host the area's first ever pick and shop event, which will honor the Georgia Farm Bureau's birthday.
You come to the farm, $15 to get in. That includes your you-pick flowers for the day, and you'll get a personalized Bailey's Buds and Blooms cup as well to put your flowers in. You'll get a decorative cookie and a water bottle. But if you become a Georgia Farm Bureau member that day, you get in free. And you still get you-pick and all those types of things as well. So we're really looking forward to hosting this event at the farm. Hope to bring out, the local communities, people throughout the state in to come see the farm, enjoy the outside. It's a family-friendly event. And we can't wait to see everybody.
Reporting from Cook County, I'm Damon Jones for the Farm Monitor.